Hey guys, so today I have my 2018 Project Pan update plus my 1 month 1 palette. Also, it's super duper hot here in Oklahoma and I don't have the AC on right now because I'm trying to be nice to you guys and not like make the sound quality super bad. So anyway, I have a lot of products that have finished off this month. I'm actually filming this a little bit later than I have the last updates just because the last week or so has been a little crazy, so I'm just now getting to film this, but it hasn't been too much longer, so it's not that big of a deal. The last month I was talking about how I really didn't have any goals that I had met that month. I had a lot of progress but no goals, so I was like, I'm sure next month there will be a ton of things used up, and I was right. I have a ton of things that I've used up this month. There's a little hair that is bothering me. It keeps getting in my eye. So I'm super excited to show you all the stuff that I've used up. I actually have at least one thing from every category. So first off, I will show you the body. I finished off my Lush Pink Dragon Fruit body spray. Both of there were supposed to be 3 marks here, but the first one rubbed off completely and I don't know where it was. But these two, that's where the first one was, and then this is where the last one was, and now it is completely gone. So I'm super excited to get this out because it means that I can focus more on this guy. This is the Essence of Beauty Vanilla Whisper Body Spray. So that's where it was at in the beginning, and then now I've been using it for a little bit. It's not that much below the mark, so I'm probably going to wait till next month to actually mark it. Next for body, I actually finished up the Bath & Body Works Black Cherry Merlot hand cream. It was here. Either that or that was in another project. I can't remember. This is where it was in the last update and now it is completely gone. So again, super happy about that because it means I can focus more on other hand creams. Next in body, I have been using my YSL Black Opium sample. So I don't know if you can see that little line, but it's just a little bit above where it is now. So again, I'm not gonna mark it right yet because it's just such a tiny little, well, I'll go ahead and mark it, but it's like a tiny little amount. Alright, so that is what it looks like now. There's just a tiny little bit of progress, but I have been using this a little bit less. Update on my life situation if you care to know, which you probably don't, but maybe. I actually quit my job. It's a long story and I don't want to get into that because it doesn't matter, but I quit my job, so I'm still looking for another job, but I haven't, been out of the house quite as much, so I haven't been using this one as much, nor have I been wearing makeup as much as I was before. Next is skincare, and for skincare I used up the Dr. Brandt Needles No More 3D Volumizing Mask little sample that I got as a 100 point perk. Completely use it up. I'll pop up a picture of where it was at last time, but I have used it up. I've just really had to force myself to use it. Not that I don't like this. I love this mask. It's amazing. I just had to force myself to use it because I didn't want it to be gone. Because the full size of this is 95 bucks and that's just too much for me right now. So yeah, I'm just going to be on the lookout for other samples, but it is really nice and I would definitely recommend it if you have the extra money to spend or if you can find a sample of it. Next in skincare, this is not something I've used up yet, but I have been using it a lot more. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Blue Marine Algae Intense Hydrating Mask, and it came in a little kit, which I want to do a review on. I just have been not doing it for some reason, so I'm probably going to do that review very soon, but that is what it looks like right now. So that is where we started at with this project. I haven't done any updates on it because I haven't been using it that much. I had used it a couple times, so this is where we are in April now. There was a week where I was using this almost every day, so that was super nice because it is just a hydrating mask, so you really can use it every single day, and it works just fine for my skin. I have combo oily skin and it worked wonderfully. I bought some new sheet masks, so I've been using those a little bit more, but I will get back into using this. I really love this, and it would be really cool to use it up because I do have a bunch of other masks, but I love it and I've been enjoying it a lot. The next category that I wrote down is actually makeup, but I'm gonna go ahead and skip to miscellaneous real quick just because there's a lot less stuff in that category. Again, disclaimer I guess, but I've said it in like all of my updates and in the intro, but I will not be including every single product in this project in every update because I'm doing updates every month. I will include I've included all of them in the intro, and I will include all of them in the 6-month update, or the halfway point, and also at the very end. So if you're curious to see all of the products in this project, then go look at the intro. I'll have it linked below. But for now, I'm just going through some of the things that I have progress on and that I've been using, yada yada yada. For miscellaneous stuff that I used up this candle. I don't know where it was from. Well, I got it at Walmart, but I don't know like the brand because I marked off all of the marking for some reason. As if I don't do YouTube videos where I talk about stuff like candles and different products and all of that. And I haven't been able to find it since. If I could, I would definitely, well, I don't know if I would repurchase it for myself, but my friend, every time he came over, he was like obsessed with this candle, so I would definitely buy it for him if I could find it, but I just don't know what happened to it. Like, I just can't find it. It's a super pretty bottle, jar, whatever, but I'm not gonna keep the jar because that's, I don't know, I have no use for that. I could scrape out the rest of the wax and put it in a wax burner, melter, whatever, but the wick did burn out, and although I do really like this candle, I don't love it enough to go through that much trouble for it. I pretty much just want to do that with things that I absolutely love. I have a couple other things that I have like modified, I guess, to get the most out of the product, but again, only with things that I really love that are my favorites, and this isn't necessarily a favorite, so I'm just happy to get it out of my collection, to be honest. I have too many candles, and on that note, I wanted to add in a candle. So this is something that I'm adding in this month to the project. I want to finish this up. I actually need to mark it real quick. Okay, it is marked. I'm not sure how well that'll stay on there during like the burning and stuff. I don't really know. I don't think I've ever marked a candle, but anyway, this is the strawberry lemonade candle from Rue 21. It smells really good and everything, and the burn is actually like super even, and it goes like, it's very strong. It like goes throughout my entire house when I just have it in my room. It is a really nice scent, like I said. But I actually have 2 of these candles. I bought this one for myself, and then my mom got me one for Christmas, so I don't need 2 of them. So I really want to get through this one so then I'll only have the one in my collection and I can burn through it at my own pace. But this one I want to like burn through quickly, just because I don't like having like duplicates of things, you know? Okay, now we are finally on to makeup. So I did use up a few makeup products. So just today I actually used up the last of this. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Porcelain. Here is where we started with it. That's where we were the last time that I updated this. I'm not sure when that was. Basically, like, it stopped. I don't know. I'm afraid like whenever I say that it stopped, it's going to like suddenly squirt out more product and I'm gonna look like a liar, but it stopped squirting, as you can see. Wrong choice of words, but anyway. But when I open it up, I can see like a tiny bit of product. There's some on the actual, I don't know what that's called. And there is some like in there at the very bottom. Not sure how well you can see. But if it were like a foundation that I was in love with, I would scrape out every last bit. But it's not one that I'm overly excited about. It's okay, but after wearing it like every single day, I was just like, I found a lot of problems with it. So for that reason, I'm calling this done. I think it's done because I used it until it stopped actually coming out of the packaging. So not gonna go through like the extra steps to get every last drop out of this, but yeah, I think it's done enough. I really love the packaging of this though. Like, e.l.f. has really nice packaging sometimes, and it's only $6, so you can try it out for yourself. I like the way it blends out, everything that goes on top of it just fine. The only like issues, whoa, focus camera. It wasn't until recently when I started wearing it every day for this project that I noticed, like after wearing it for a long time, there were some issues that I don't necessarily have with other foundations. So it did break apart on my chin really badly at the end of the day, which for me, having like kind of oily skin isn't that uncommon. And it did settle into the like little crevice around my nose, which again, really super common for me. What was weird though is it kind of settled into the lines around my nose, like right up here where like you kind of like scrunch your nose or whatever. It settled into that line really bad, which no foundation has ever done on me, so that was really weird. And also, as it would start to break down on my chin, it would kind of look like I had like red dots or something, like a red rash on my chin, but it was just like the makeup, like I don't even know, oxidizing or something. It just looked super duper weird, so I didn't love that. If I was only wearing the foundation for a few hours, it really wasn't bad, but if I tried to wear it for, I don't know, around 5 to 6 hours, then it would start like breaking down really badly. So it's not one that I will repurchase, but it's also not bad, you know. Another thing from e.l.f., I have the e.l.f. brow pencil in taupe. It is completely gone. I have it written down on this paper, but basically there was like that much product that was on top of it and used it all up. So there are definite pros and cons to this. I have a whole like first impressions on both of these. I feel like my review on the foundation has changed after using it a few times. Well, not a few times, after using it a lot. My review on the brow pencil has stayed pretty much the same. I do like the formula of this, and I think it is a good brow pencil. It's only $2, so again, if you're in a pinch, like it's a very good brow pencil for $2. Really good color match for me. And I like that it has a spoolie. Forgot to point that out, but that is nice. The only downside is that it's kind of a thicker pencil, so it's not quite as precise as I would like it to be. I like the really skinny, precise pencils. I also really like my Benefit Goof Proof, which is like this triangular shape. I find that I can still be really precise with it because I can use the tip of it for more precision and then the base of it for everything, like to fill in everything. But this is just a round stick, so it wasn't great for like precision, and I just found that it got a little bit messy and I would have to go in and clean it up a lot, and sometimes I just don't have time for that. So I would not repurchase this unless I was really tight on cash and needed a brow pencil ASAP. That kind of a thing, because it's only $2, so it's really not bad for that. Next, I did use up my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. This is just like a little mini sample that I got for a 100 point perk, and I did actually cut it open. That's another thing I'm talking about with like manipulating something to get the last little bits of the product. So this one is one I loved so much that I actually cut it open and got out as much as I could. It did end up drying out on me, even though I did put it in like a little bag, but you know, just being exposed to the air even while you're just getting it out, it happens. But I felt that I got as much out of this as I possibly could have, and I definitely want to repurchase this. Like, I love it so much. A lot of people say that the Lynee one is the exact same, and I kind of disagree. I think it's similar, but I feel like this one lasts just a teensy bit longer. So if you are wanting to go out for a super duper long time, or like sweating a lot or anything like that, I would use this one over the Lynee. But if it's just an everyday thing, the Lynee one works wonderfully. But I would repurchase this just for like special occasions where I know I'm going to be out like all day, or I know it's super hot and I'm going to be sweating and stuff, you know, like those kinds of situations. So, and I do plan on purchasing the deluxe sample, or the travel sized, I don't know what it's exactly called, but the one that's like $12. This one was a little 100 perk. It still lasted me like a super long time, so I know that the travel size one will last me even longer, so I should be fine just on that one. I don't feel like I need the big one. The last makeup item that I used up was this Marc Jacobs little mini eyeliner. It was part of the birthday set. I actually have another one of these because my mom gave me hers. Okay, this thing actually like fell out, the little eyeliner part, but it still obviously had like some product in it. Once you put it in and you put any pressure on it, it goes down to that much, which I don't know about you, but I can't really use that, and I don't even know how you would go about using the little nub that's left inside of the package. So, and again, it's not one that I absolutely love and adore that I would go through all that trouble to use up the last little bit, so I'm good with calling this done. As I said, I do have another one, and I just don't wear liner that much. I'm not wearing liner today, so I don't know. I am happy that that one's out because, like I said, I don't really like having duplicates in my collection. So next, I just wanted to quickly talk about something that happened today, which was super annoying. So my little Tarte birthday suit lip paint that I'm trying to use up, I'm wearing it today with the Rouge 21 gloss on top of it. That is also in my project, but this happened. It broke off of this thing. It happened to my e.l.f. lip gloss, which, I mean, it makes me sadder on this one because I felt like the packaging was a lot prettier than on the e.l.f. one that I had, so I don't know. I took off like this little cap on the e.l.f. one, but I don't know. It's just so pretty with the cap on, so I don't know. I might end up taking it off, I don't know, but I just wanted to talk about it because I'm sad about it. Another thing I wanted to talk about real quick is this Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I think I added this in, yeah, I added this in last month, and I actually used like so much of it that I ended up taking the stopper out so that I could get down to more of it because I wasn't getting any of it with the stopper in. So I decided to take the stopper out because I do love this so much, and I've gotten a whole lot more use out of it that way. So if you really love one of your products, consider taking the stopper out or like cutting off the top of a tube, whatever. You can always get a little bit extra use out of it. Now, since my Urban Decay primer is gone, I am using the e.l.f. Shadow Lock primer. This one is also like $2, so for that price, it's okay. I'm using it today underneath my new 1 Month 1 palette. I like this for like a couple hours, but if you're gonna be wearing something all day, again, you want to go with something a little more heavy duty like the Urban Decay or something, but this one just doesn't cut it. It creased on me after probably like 8 hours, which for me is like, it's a long day, but it's not the longest that I've worn makeup for, so it was kind of annoying. But I think for like filming purposes or just like going out for a couple hours or whatever, I think I've had this makeup on now for like 3 or 4 hours, probably more like 4 or 5 hours, so it's lasted pretty well on my eyes right now, but after a while it does tend to crease. Okay, next is my EOS lip balm. It is getting down to like the very last bit, so I feel like we're gonna have to start doing updates like this, but I'll go ahead and show you it right here because I have the other picture against my hand. There's basically like nothing lifting up anymore. It's all kind of like flattened, so we're getting it down to the end of it, and I'm super excited about that. Next is my Hoola bronzer from Benefit. I'm not sure how much progress that I've made in this, but I wanted to go ahead and show it, and we'll see. Maybe it is a lot, maybe it's not, I don't know, but I feel like I've been using it a lot more. I have it on today. I really love this. I will repurchase this one day, but for now I really just want to use it up. And I have my little mini Tarte highlighter in Enthused. This is where we're at now. I'm super excited to show you guys this. So here's the picture from the last update last month, and now I know I said one of my goals was to reach side pan here, and I have. There's a lot of side pan there. So for this next month, I would really like to clear out like this little bit right here. I've been working really hard on that, but there's just a little bit of product right in there, so I would like to clear that out and probably start working my way along this side, trying to get side pan all in there. But I'm super duper happy with the progress in this. I'm wearing it today. It's really pretty. But I'm just really excited to get a highlighter out of my collection, and it was limited edition, so I can't like repurchase it or anything. I wouldn't anyway because I have a ton of highlighters, but I really do like this, and I'm glad that it is almost gone. So lastly, for makeup stuff, I do want to add in this NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray since I did use up so many makeup items, which is amazing, and I'm super excited about it. I just wanted to add in one more. This I can't mark, I don't know where it's at, but it feels like it's pretty empty, probably about like right there if I had to guess, so maybe a little less than halfway, and I think that I could use this up if I just focus on it, so I really want to focus on it and get another setting spray out of my collection. It's not my absolute favorite, it's good, but not like my absolute favorite or anything, so I wouldn't repurchase it. So I would like to just get it out because I have some others that I love, and I'm trying to really get my collection down to the things that I really love. Not that all of this stuff is stuff that I don't love. Some of it's just like older and I want to use it before it goes bad. You get it. Now onto my 1 month 1 palette. So last month it was the Naked 3 palette. And I'll go ahead and show you. I didn't hit pan on anything. I feel like I haven't like hit any of my goals that I wanted to hit in any of my 1 month 1 palettes. So it's super frustrating because I really wanted to hit pan on Strange, but obviously you can see that I haven't. I'll go ahead and do like a close-up. I don't know if you can see any visible like changes. I know there's some dips in some shades. I used it all month. I used Nooner a whole lot. I used Strange like every day. I did use Dust quite a bit and Trick. And sometimes I would use Limit. I did dip into these 2 shades as well, and a little bit into Lighter right here. But yeah, I will put this back into my drawers. I do really like it. Not my favorite. I talked about it in last month's video, but I am kind of disappointed that I didn't get any pan on anything. Ugh. But anyway, for this month, you probably saw it in the thumbnail, but I'm going to be using the Masquerade Mini by Juvia's Place. I'm super excited to be using this. I have it on my eyes today. It's super pretty. I'm kind of annoyed with myself just because I remember saying at the beginning that I wasn't going to do like every month a new palette or anything like that, which I'm not. But January and February were both newish palettes that I got around Christmas time, which makes sense at the beginning of the year. And then March I did my oldest palette, so I thought that that was really good. But then in March I bought this guy because it was on sale. Okay. I didn't buy it just for that reason. I'd been having my eyes on it for such a long time, and I went back to the website to actually just like look at the price to see how much it was, because I was like, well, maybe I can buy it for my birthday or something, which is in May. So I was like, well, maybe in May I will get myself a little birthday present. But the whole site was actually 20% off, which as many times as I have looked at this palette, I've never seen their site be 20% off, not that I can remember. So I decided to grab it because it was a really good deal. I actually got this whole thing for around $25. I think it was like 24 and some change with shipping and everything. So that's a really good deal because originally this is $27 without shipping added to it. So I was super happy with that, and like I said, I'd been wanting it for such a long time beforehand. It's not like I just bought it because it was on sale, but I'm just annoyed because now 3 out of the 4 months have been like new palettes, which is annoying. So right now it doesn't look completely new because I have been using it a little bit. Like I said, it's April 12th right now, and I usually film these around like the 5th, so it's a little late. So I have actually been using this in April. Like I said, I have it on my eyes today. Today I used Ada in the crease, and then I have Calabar on the outer corner of the lid and Casablanca on the inner corner, and then well, not the inner corner, but this little part of the lid. And then on the very inner corner I have Geysa, as well as under my brow. And I actually really like it. It's not like a super typical look. I usually don't put like shimmers on the outer corner of my lid, but I actually really like how it looks today. So I'm enjoying playing around with this palette a lot. I have played around with these shades Sobo and Bori over here, which are super pretty. Zobo you do have to build up a little bit, which is kind of typical of purples. They're a little bit harder to formulate, but Bori is super pretty, and it kind of comes off as more of a matte, but it does like have glitter in the pan. Cairo's the same way. It has like glitter in the pan, but it definitely comes off as a matte. I've used it in my crease before. I have used a lot of these shades, and so far I really like it. So this is where I'm at now. I have been using it. I don't really have any goals as far as like hitting pan or anything like that, but I really would like to play around with some of these brighter shades up here. I haven't dipped into any of these blues and greens up here on this row, and I haven't dipped into this really beautiful purple Makeda, I think. I can't pronounce all of these names. I'm very sorry, but I'm very white. I am using this alongside of my Lorac Pro Matte just so that I have a shade to set my eye primer and also as a transition, because there's not really a transition in here for me because it is geared towards like people of color, which is awesome, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't have a transition for me, so I have to dig into another palette, but that's honestly not a big deal, so I'm not at all mad at that. This is a beautiful palette and I'm super duper happy with it. I am really happy. Also, the mini size is humongous. Like, it's the size of my head. It's actually huge, so I would definitely say get the mini, because odds are you probably won't go through a lot of these shadows unless this is like your only palette. Then maybe you would want the big one, but or if you're like a makeup artist who uses a lot of these colors and you want like the bigger pans because you know you're gonna go through it, whatever, that's on you. But I'm just saying, like, if you are just the average consumer and if you have a lot of palettes already, I would say get the mini because it's a lot cheaper and you still get a lot of product. And it's stunning, honestly. It's like becoming one of my favorite palettes, I'm not even lying. I'm gonna go, it's been a while since I filmed, so I'm like very bad at it right now, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna keep filming videos and uploading them and all of that. Let me know what you guys would like to see from me in the future. Make sure you're subscribed so that you can see the results of this project and all of the updates along the way and a lot more videos. I have a huge empties that I need to film very soon because it is overflowing. Like I said, I've used up a lot of product. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!